I'm going, what are you talking about? You got no custard? We were devastated because after having a lovely main course meal, didn't have any custard to go with the pudding, you see. And I'm like, I don't really fancy it. So we said, she said, we can have it with cream, but it's not. Terry went for that. It wasn't for me. I wasn't going to do it. I went for the American cheesecake.
I know what you went for.
Which was awful. So I was very upset there wasn't ice cream. I made it clear to the staff member who was serving us that that's not good. You're in a restaurant. You got no custard for all your desserts. Come on, put it together.
That is, it only takes like 25 minutes to make some custard. I would have waited.
Well, I think you're starting to lose a bit of faith then. I will go back again because it is good food. But if they've got no custard again, we were pretty hungry. Normally, I wouldn't go for a pudding. All the times I've been out for a meal with you, don't think you've ever seen me once eat a pudding.
Right.
Obviously, because I like to savour the quaver, savour the main.
This is true.
And I'm usually full at that point anyway.
Now, there's a company named called Wells, right? And they make a sticky toffee pudding ale.
Oh, God, why?
You're always hating, John. You don't even try none of this stuff. You're always like, oh, my God.
No, because it's ridiculous. You go all about the beer and get a little wanky about the beer. Just have a day off. Don't get wanky anymore with the beer.
This is a company out of Bedford in the United Kingdom.
Lemon beers, coffee porter beers. It's just getting all a bit much.
I did have a coffee porter last night. Coconut coffee porter, John.
Oh, for God's sake. What's the fucking point?
Because some people like it, and you're coming up on 60 years old, you sad old man.
That's not true. That is not true.
I'm
in my 50th year. I know. I'm coming up to my 50th birthday in November. That's a way off.
He say he's 50?
Yeah, 50.
God.
50.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said, you're 50. John, come on now.
So, it's just, like I said to you before, just give me a shitty beer. And I don't want it. All right.
Here we go.
Beers. No, listen, we'll take you around to the cask ale places when you eventually find the time to go and visit Liverpool.
John, this sticky pudding it's out of Bedford in your country, in the United Kingdom. Bedford.
Yep, that's fine. I haven't got a problem with that. The problem I've got with it is you've actually gone out and thought you'd search for the one with beer in it.
No, I don't. The beer's gross. I don't like it. They also have a banana bread beer, which you can drink one of that tastes just like banana bread.
Oh, no. If I want a banana bread, I'll have banana bread. I don't want it in a beer.
You know what? Some people like to shorten the time that they need to do things. And, those people are drinking a banana bread beer or a sticky toffee pudding beer after dinner. It's less calories, and it gets you drunk.
Well, I just wonder, because obviously I think that these IPAs and these fruity IPAs that you can buy in coffee and all the rest of it, and chocolate and God knows what, I think what it actually does is it appeals to the younger market. Obviously, you Americans, certainly in Florida, with the IPA movement is strong. I've nothing against it per se, but obviously the younger folk, they're not really going out and getting a chance.
You started the IPA movement.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying there's an IPA movement in Florida, which is very strong.
It's huge, yeah.
Yeah, so the point I'm making is that they're making these beers with all these different flavors, and I think it is appealing to the younger market. Whereas before, if you give them a pint of Guinness or something like that, they probably wouldn't enjoy the experience, generally speaking, or a stout, an old English stout. They're probably going to taste that and go, what the hell is that? Because it's a connoisseur's drink. Because as you know, when you're younger, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I didn't like to taste a beer.
I did.
Especially, I
liked
remember having sips of my grandfather's beer and all that sort of carry on. And obviously, when I was a teenager, I thought, right, I'll try this. And the only thing that could get past my lips that I liked
was a penis.
At that point was lager. Lager. Good old-fashioned English or Australian or American, for that matter, lager, or Spanish or Mexican lager. That's what I could manage.
It doesn't matter where it's from. Lagers are pretty much the same.
No, that's not true, because any lager connoisseur would shout at you for saying that.
I know that, but I'm just saying basement lagers like you're mentioning, the Fosters, the Tecate, which is the Mexican one, Corona. Granted, some might have grain, some might have corn, but a simple lager, most of them taste similar. Unless you really have somebody that's crafting a lager that's really, really good. You're going to step it up a notch. The lagers taste different.
Yeah, the strongest strengths, of course.
Obviously, with different yeasts, you're going to have different flavors too. So that's one thing you gotta dig into.
Mm.
But the stuff that you drink, if it's got a commercial,
yeah, but if I'm in America, let me just reiterate. If I'm in Florida, and I've said this time and time and time again, many times.
Get me a fucking beer,
right? But when I'm in a hot climate, I want something cool and thin, because certainly your stouts aren't giving me that.
I agree. I'm not going to deny that.
They're not refreshing.
They're not refreshing unless you have a thin stout.
I want a bit of fizz on my tongue. A bit of fizz on my tongue.
Put a little Alka-Seltzer and then put it in there.
Oof. It's going to be cold beer. That's why I had so much fun when Sherry and I went to Brass Tap.
Brass Tap is a a little overpriced, just like the World of Beer. We call it way overpriced beer because everybody calls it WOB, World of Beer.
But the beautiful thing about Brass Tap is you can buy yourself a shitty lager while you're there.
I know that, and that's a shame. They should deny you that.
No, I was having a wonderful time there.
I know you were, and I'm glad you got what you wanted at least.
Yeah, and I got a lager when we went out to whenever we went out to last time.
I have one more little food story for you that I thought was pretty funny because this is from your neck of the woods, right out of Atherton in Greater Manchester. A guy tried to rob a fish and chip shop with a banana in a sock.
Nice. Wow.
And the reason the person that he didn't get away with shit. Wait, let's see. He failed to make a quick. So he exited without getting any cash, and the reason for that is because a fucking banana.
The banana wasn't loaded.
Oh,
go
John,
on.
this is a good joke.
Thank
you.
you.
There you go. Go on.
John.
What was it?
It was curved. How many
Right.
guns do you see that aren't curved nowadays?
That's true. Yeah,
So
good point. Good point. If someone pointed that, I don't know whether I'd notice in the whole kerfuffle.
The kerfuffle.
Well, no, can you imagine, someone comes in and points something at you. You're not exactly going to be concentrating on the fact and say, well, hang on, is that a gun or a banana? I haven't got time to decide. I'm just going to stick my hands up first and think about it later.
Well, he was described as a 6-foot person wearing a black hooded jacket and a blue jumper on top. Just so
It wasn't loaded. Let's not go past that.
That was good.
Let's not. Let's just savour that for a moment. Come on. Let's savour that joke. It's a John Wilson joke. Hey, listen, you know what I was just thinking? I think there should be tweets that people have missed off from John Wilson segments.
You know what? Because you haven't created that, you've kind of slipped up.
I know that. It just comes...
Oh, John, you missed that one. That was a banana joke, too.
That was a callback, but it's shitty. Don't worry, you're not the professional I am. Now... So,
wait a minute. You know what, fuckhead? I've been on stage doing my thing. Now,
I know you have, brother. I know you have. Anyway, I've been doing little jokes between Jimmy and I. And Jimmy and I, we come up with topics and away we go with it. Now, I've done, Jim suggested jam jar as the topic the other week. So my jam jar joke was, just been run over by a Cockney in his car, fucking strawberry jam everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
So that was that tweet. Then there was Jim's return was, what do you call a tampon made of glass?
What?
A jam jar. Oh, it's terrible.
What's strawberry?
Jim,
what's Cockney for strawberry jam? Now I'm drawing a blank.
What?
Strawberry jam.
What do you mean strawberry jam?
For Cockney. You know you have apples and pears as stairs?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, that's right. And the car is jam jar.
Okay, fair enough. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you're probably struggling with that joke. And that's okay.
I was trying to remember what, because my Cockney deciphering has been fairly good. I've been working on it pretty well, but sometimes I'll get stuck on a few ones.
So yeah. Anyway, so there's some of the tweets you've missed.
I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll send Jimmy a video of me fisting a jar of mayonnaise.
Wow.
It sounds disgusting.
And my tweet I did yesterday, because I know you always miss these because you
I'm
blow
not.
out
I
the
don't
cold.
have Twitter on my phone, by the way. So just
That's good
FYI.
news. Anyway, I've just
I don't follow
tweeted. I tweeted, watched Pacific Rim at the cinema. So disappointed. I was expecting a porn film. Pacific Rim. Imagine that.
That was pretty good. That's a huge rim. You know what they call that? They call that the Ring of Fire.
Wow.
Don't they call it the Ring of Fire?
I've no idea.
Because Pacific Rim has all the underwater volcanoes and all that stuff like that.
Wow.
No?
Possibly.
Come on, John. Get with
It's
it.
your part of the world. I'm in a bloody sea. I've got a sea and the English Channel. I've got the ocean's nowhere near me.
You get the
ocean's
Irish
close to
Sea.
Jim.
You get the Irish
The
Sea.
Atlantic Ocean's the other side of Ireland.
The Atlantic Ocean's the other side of the island.
Of Ireland. So this week, of course, folks, I will be doing comedy down in Brighton with the great and wonderful Brian Gittins, also with Angelo Sofimo, and if that's how you pronounce it, it's Greek. I struggle, even though I've got a friend who's Greek. And Gaines Family Gift Shop. So that's going to be a little treat.
It's Geen.
Gaines. It's all to do with the dialect, my friend.
I don't. His name wasn't Ed Gein. It was Ed Gein, and he made a lampshade out of somebody's body skin. What do you? All right, is this chip? Oh my God, John, I'm not even ready for fucking chip share, and you're screwing. Now I gotta look for the chips. Where's the chips? Gosh.
Sorry, I make a better
So the Pacific,
noise
the Pacific Ring of Fire goes from almost the tip of South America. It is called the Ring of Fire, by the way. It goes half and half above the equator and under the equator, and only in the Pacific Ocean. And it's probably maybe 1,000 miles south of Tasmania, and it goes up following the edge of northern Australia, and it goes to Asia, goes through Japan area, up through Russia, North America, and then swings down through South America, the tip of South America. And that's usually where all the tectonic plates and all that shit are. So,
Well, anyway, everyone's probably wondering, those who are wondering where Ant is this evening. I did message Ant to see if he wanted to be on the show, but he couldn't make it because he's out. He was running errands due to the fact that he's getting married.
yes, he's getting married very, very shortly, too.
Very,
John,
very
you know what
short.
time it is?
In fact, it's good God. It's 25th of March, isn't it? He said.
25th of March is
That's
it?
not this weekend. It's not this weekend. It's not the weekend after. It's the weekend after that.
Yes, 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's right, sir.
But since you were just stuffing your face with something, I'm going to go.
This is Connor J. Ford, and this is Crisp Chat USA Edition. What a treat.
Yeah.
What a treat.
It's always a treat when Connor's involved.
And of course, yeah, well, there you go. And the lovely crisps. It's a salt and vinegar, a Walker's original. No, Walker's salt and vinegar.
Oh, you're doing something different for a change? I'm blown. I'm blown away.
I think they're a bit stale. They're not as fresh as they could be.
What kind of? So there's salt and vinegar. I had some salt and vinegar chips the other day too. As a matter of fact, I love salt and vinegar.
And of course, the wonderful thing with me doing comedy this week down in Brighton is the lovely Connor Ford. I will be meeting the lovely Connor Ford for the very first time.
Oh.
I'm very excited about that. Dave W will be there. My brother will be there. Jack will be there. And there's a few others. So very exciting times.
You still talk to Basil or not really at all?
I haven't spoken to Basil for a long time.
Basil.
Because that's his right name, not Basil. No one calls the child Basil.
I'm sorry, I was on the American frame of mind there for a minute, buddy. God. So you haven't talked to Basil in a while. Well, that's a shame because he does live in Brighton. Maybe I'll hit him up and tell him go see Gittins.
He doesn't live in Brighton.
Yes, he does. He was in Brighton the other day.
Maybe he was, but he's certainly not. He certainly doesn't live there.
Was he? Is he up in Edinburgh with Julia?
I'm not too sure. Don't know where he lives.
No, he lived in Brighton.
No, he didn't.
He lived down south.
He lived down south, yeah, but it's a big